Hi, I'm Mary Logsden, and here I am today at your library. Today at your library, I am really excited to introduce you, our viewers, to a brand new resource available through the library's website. Stick around and we will learn more about Mango languages. Well, as I said, today I am going to let you know about a new resource that the library recently added to our collection. Last fall, when we posed questions to the community through our strategic planning survey, we found out that a lot of people in the community are really eager to continue to learn languages throughout their life, and they are looking to the library as a place where they might find resources to help them learn outside of the formal classroom. So it's really exciting to be able to share that beginning now, we have available a library resource called Mango Languages. I brought Samantha with me here today. Hi, Sam.
Hi, Mary.
To talk a little bit about the features of Mango Languages, first of all, but also to talk a little bit more broadly about the resources the library has for people who are interested in practicing speaking in other languages as well as learning on their own. So
yes,
let's start with Mango.
Mango, okay.
Have you had a chance to explore through our library website the new software that is called Mango Languages?
Yes, I've been trying to learn Japanese with it, so that's been fun.
Has it?
Go for something completely new.
Great. One of the main things about Mango that appealed to us as library staff who made the decision to subscribe to this particular software is, first of all, they've been in business for a number of years serving libraries across the country. It's free to our users, and it's available from home on a wide variety of devices. So you could get to it through a laptop or a tablet, even your phone, I suppose.
Right, that's what's great, that you can actually do it from home. You don't even need to come into the library, although you're welcome to, of course.
Now, when you entered into Mango Languages with the idea of learning Japanese, did you create an account? In what way do you get started?
Right, so I went through the library website, which you have to be signed into to get access.
Right.
And then you just create a user account. Very simple.
So since you have a user account, is your progress through the software retained? Are you able to
Absolutely.
Keep a record?
So every time you come back into the website, you have your own personal homepage.
Great.
So it shows for you which courses you've started, it tells you how many courses you've completed, and you can resume learning from the same point in the lessons.
Wonderful.
For each language or each course you do.
Well, one of the things what you just described, Samantha, is that basically from the library's website here, you would click on Research on the left-hand side of the screen, and then go down to Language Learning. It's one of the many choices available on our online databases. So click on Language Learning, and then right there at the top is Mango Premier. And as you say, if you are accessing it from your home, you would log in with your library card and PIN. If you're here in the library, you can just get right into the database. I have just now logged in on a laptop, so it's basically a remote access. And as you said, here's the landing page where I would sign in or log in if I've already created an account, as I have, and I've done something similar to what you just described. I decided to just jump in and get restarted learning Spanish. So who do you think would benefit from this kind of software? Who do you think our users in the community are?
Anyone who's interested in other languages, to be honest. I think it's good for everyone. I've already heard a range of ages using it.
Great.
For example, and ranges of levels. So some of the languages have a great many levels that you can work on. For example, in French or in Spanish, there are many chapters. So even if you know some French or Spanish already, there will be something for you later on. You know, there are later chapters.
So it's not all just for beginners.
No, exactly.
One of the features that I appreciated was when I got started, you have the opportunity to take a little pre-test,
Right,
just to get a sense of where you are on the language learning continuum. And so there were some very simple little dialogues, and then with some questions, comprehension questions following that to just determine where you should begin. So I thought that was really a nice customized feature that I wasn't expecting.
Yes,
Something else that's pretty special about this software is that it gives you a method for practicing how well you pronounce your just how good your pronunciation is, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So do you want to tell us a little bit about that feature?
You can actually record your voice. It has the software in the website where you can record your voice, and it will judge how close it is to the native speaker.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Which is, it could be slightly daunting, but it should be fun, especially since you're in the comfort of your own home.
Exactly. You're not having to raise your hand and do that in a classroom setting.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the language learners, I know that there are a lot of people in our community who are traveling abroad, either for work or for pleasure, and they'll want to practice learning at least some key phrases in other languages before they travel. And so I know that travelers and folks for work need to learn other languages. As you said, though, it's just a really stimulating intellectual exercise to learn other languages, and there are many people who wish to do that just even as a hobby to continue to grow. And so I think Mango would work for them. Now, another feature of Mango Languages is that it's not just for English speakers wanting to learn one of, I think, 60 other languages in the world. It's available for English language learners too.
Absolutely. It actually breaks it down to where you're from, what your language origin is. So there's English for Arabic speakers, English for Chinese speakers. There's a whole long list of different languages you can learn from.
Okay.
For people who are interested in learning English. So if anyone has friends or acquaintances that they know who are struggling with English and they feel like they could do with some support, this is a really good way to get started, I think.
Great. Now there is another way that the library can help individuals who want to practice English, and that's through our Conversations in English program, which you and your colleague Ellen from our work group co-facilitate weekly. As that's still meeting on Mondays, is that correct?
Monday mornings, every Monday, 11 till 12:30 we meet. So it used to be 11 till 12, but we've extended it slightly to make sure people have time to really get their English off their chest.
Yeah, and I know that recently you and Ellen have continued to think about different ways to make the conversations flow naturally and to give people an opportunity to practice different kinds of vocabulary with others. And so you've introduced some new teaching techniques, or tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we keep trying to update materials and resources that we use each session. We now also have a map.
Okay.
So a really big foam board map where people can pin where they are from.
Oh, that's great.
And also where they have lived.
Oh.
And that has been a great conversation starter. You can spend ages just in front of the map talking about where you've lived and where people are from. And we're spreading our demographic little by little.
So is there a part of the globe that hasn't yet been represented?
I think large parts of Asia and large parts of Africa, unfortunately. But we'll get there, hopefully. I keep telling people to invite people they know from Zimbabwe or Taiwan. No, we have Taiwan actually.
Okay, well, I think that's really a wonderful learning tool, and as you said, a conversation starter, and just a really great visual to have a world map and within the context of your conversations classes. Well, actually, it's not a class; it's just a conversation.
Right,
So,
group, yeah.
Group. It's an informal opportunity to chat with others. Now, what we've done recently, I'm happy to say, is responded not only to people's interest in learning languages through resources, but we've started 2 other conversation groups here at the library. One, Conversations in Spanish, meets at 6:30 on Thursday evenings in the studio here on the 2nd floor. And the second recent addition to our programming is Conversations in French, which meets on Saturdays, again in the studio at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So now we have 3 conversation groups meeting at the library weekly. Conversations in English on Mondays, Conversations in Spanish on Thursdays, and Conversations in French on Saturdays.
Yeah.
And it's really, I know you and I have spoken about even expanding on that concept further. So if there are people in the community who wish to gather to practice speaking in another language, and they want to do so formally with the partnership with the library, please contact me, and I'd be happy to see what we can pull together.
That would be fabulous.
Something else that you and I have talked about is for those people who, when they take a break from doing their language study online, and they want to actually have a physical item to check out, there still are resources here at the library.
Yes, there are indeed. Yeah, we have a good range of audio CDs and books, learning guides, and so on. So there are different types of materials for different types of learners, I think.
Some people would benefit maybe just from running a CD, going through a CD from start to finish. Like these series, the Pimsleur courses, I think have had a lot of popularity and use over the years, and they take you from beginning to intermediate language preparation in a number of languages.
And that's all audio then?
That's all audio, yes.
Whereas other things like the Living Language does a mixture of audio and textbook. There are others that are just textbook, which I think you miss out then on the pronunciation possibly, but there are different styles for different learners, definitely.
Yeah.
So come and check them out, and I think it's good to have a look through and see what works best for you then.
I think that's a good recommendation. Also, we've found that our foreign films, which are just a terrific addition to our DVD collection, they too could be helpful to folks who are interested in exploring other languages and cultures.
Absolutely. I think they're possibly my favorite language learning resource, apart from Mango. That we have a very wide range of foreign DVDs for a lot of different languages as well.
Right.
So if you're interested in learning anything from Japanese to Persian to French to Spanish, we have films from all over the world, and they're a great resource. You can either listen to them without the subtitles if you're feeling brave, but we do have English subtitles. Or even if you want to practice reading the subtitles for English-speaking films.
Sure.
That's another resource.
So there were really a lot of ways that the library can help people in their own journey in learning languages and learning more about other cultures. And I'm so happy that today you took the time to introduce Mango and to remind folks of some of our other resources. We're sitting just right next to our Great Courses Modern Scholar resources here at the library. And actually, I'd like to point out that we do also have within the Great Courses, Language and Society, What Your Speech Says About You. And the Great Courses are another recent addition to the library's collection. And what you'll find here is a complete DVD set of a college course. And so this is, again, another way for lifelong learners, people who are curious, all ages and stages of life who want to find out more about language. Here's a collection that you might not have thought about checking, but in fact, we do have something even there in the Great Courses. So I hope that our viewers will stop by the library, the Adult Services Desk, send us an email, give us a call, and we'd be happy to assist them further. Thanks so much for being with me today.
Thank you, Mary.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And now we're going to show you some of the other recent additions to the Ames Public Library's collection. Well, I'm so glad that Samantha joined me today to introduce you to our new language learning software, Mango Languages, which again is available to you freely through the library's website, amespubliclibrary.org. If you have questions about anything that's happening at the library in July, it is a busy month as always, and so I hope that you will pick up our most recent issue of Page One, our library newsletter. You can also sign up to receive Page One in your email, in your inbox once a month, so check that out if you haven't done so already. Library staff are always happy to show you how to sign up to receive Page One. And follow us on Facebook. We have a very active Facebook presence and are always sharing fun and informative information with our Facebook followers on the library's Facebook page. Thanks so much for being with me today. This is Mary Logsdon at your library.